Hey everyone, it's me, Bobby Lucy from the Bronx. What's up? It's raining outside. I got my baby, he's snug as a bug as a rug. Check him out. Got the plastic, he's sleeping with his nice cozy Spider-Man blanket. There's a lot of things I want to talk about today. A lot of things. You know, I'm feeling very discouraged, guys. I really am. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like in a way, sometimes I feel like I've been through all this stuff for like no reason, man. And it's killing me inside. Like, I was bawling my eyes out yesterday. I was like, God, you know, all these things that I've been through, man. I just want to help other people. That is my heart of hearts. Like, it's no lie. It's not like I'm trying to get like famous and to make money and to do me. No, I do want my story to be heard worldwide. I'm not lying. Yes, I do. I want to provide a better life for my child. This is the only way I could do it. YouTube is my last resort. I don't have, or I could write a book. But the problem with that is to see, it's another look. Hold on, my stroller is acting so wonky. I keep telling Tito we gotta get another stroller. Like, okay. So this is the deal. Oh, manajira bafangula fucking mamara manajira. Sorry guys, cursing in Italian, you know? Because this stroller doesn't work right. I feel bad for my son. He's sleeping. I don't want to be jolting on, you know, it's, the front wheel doesn't pivot very well. You know, meaning it doesn't circulate. It doesn't move well. So when I move and I gotta turn, it gets stiff and I gotta move it and it makes the stroller like struggle. And I'm struggling to move it, so it gets very wobbly. So him being inside, it might make him wake up or feel very uncomfortable. And my whole for me, my whole goal is for my son to be as comfortable and happy as possible. And that's the God's honest truth. So, I'm like, all these experiences that I went through, excuse me, sir, gotta be for a reason. From the molestation as a child to being raped by my stepfather, you know what I'm saying? The fact that my mother is still with this man, like, I'm not hiding it no more. I love my mother with all my heart, but you know, she married this man. And she married him after facts, and like, I go to the house and everybody act like nothing happened. Like, so this is the deal, guys. Okay, I'm gonna start from the very beginning and go through it as fast as possible. I was born 1979 to an Italian family. I was the only child born on Long Island. But when I was born, my father was living a double life with my stepmother at the time. She wasn't my stepmother technically yet. My father would only come home on weekends. He worked for Pepsi Cola in Mount Vernon. He had another apartment with her. My mother was going through a lot of stuff. He left her with us 4 kids, Anthony, Jimmy, Diane, and me. And it was very hard on my mother. I remember there being a lot of fighting, and that's why I wound up being molested, because what happened was my father wasn't around. But when he did find out, he did put my cousin on my mother's side in his place. He was the only one who came to bat for me and my sister. And he got in trouble. And he wound up fleeing to Florida and having 4 kids on his own. Okay? It's a little chilly out here, so excuse my breathing. So then, it's like, I'm being molested in front of my whole family. Like, he used to sit us, me and Dee Dee can confirm all this. This is all true. He used to sit me and my sister on his lap in front of everybody and fucking molest us on Sunday footballs. I was 4, she was 8. And touch our, you know, our privates, put a blanket over us and go to town, the sick fuck. And then he used to make us jerk him off. He made me do it. I don't know if he did that to my sister, but he made me do it. And I remember one day, he took my sister to do homework and went upstairs in the room. And I started banging on the door. I said, leave my sister alone. Leave my sister alone. And I know I blacked out after that. I don't remember what happened, but I remember trying to come to my sister's rescue. You know, it was really fucked up. And I remember one time I called him an effing pig, and I got cracked across my face because of it. I remember telling my mother what happened so many times, saying, Paul's touching us. Paul's touching me. I didn't know what the hell he was doing. And she'd be like, oh, stay away from him. My mother very intimidated by her sister, which is his mom, my Aunt Fran, you know? So that went on for years. You guys got the picture with that one. Then I moved in with my dad. My parents were split up. So I'm 8 years old. My mom drops us off at my dad's. I don't see my mother for a whole year. I remember flipping out saying, where's my mom? Where's my mom? So my mom abandoned me, basically, and my sister for a year. Didn't hear from her. She was like, oh, I had the kids, now it's your turn. So she basically just wanted to live her own life at that time. So my stepmother was very mean. She was an alcoholic, but when she drank, she was more loving. And she wasn't a horrible person. Like, if I could say out of all the abuse, that was the least thing, but it still happened. You know, she would squeeze my face, dig her nails into my cheeks, and she would make up shit about me. Chrissy, that was a good point about the birds, yes. She used to accuse me of throwing stuff in the bird cage, trying to kill her birds, and it wasn't me. I would never do that. You know, I love those birds. They were cool birds. They were birds that talked and shit. Yeah, so, you know, she used to do really horrific things to me. You know, she used to accuse me of doing things in the house I didn't do. My father would get mad, and he slammed me up against the refrigerator. I'll never forget that. You know, that broke my heart. And I said, cry to him, Daddy, please. You know, and he didn't have no mercy at the time because he was too hooked up with her that he didn't want to hear nothing I had to say. So basically that was that. And he was extremely strict. Excuse me, ladies. Permiso. Excuse me. Hold on, guys. Crossing the street. Going uphill. So there was that, you know. That went on for quite some time. Then I moved in with my mom. Doing my mom used to push me on my stepfather. She used to tell me to sit on his lap, massage his feet. I don't know what she meant by doing that, but all I know is that I was a very promiscuous young girl from being sexually abused. I've been masturbating since I was 4 years old because I was stimulated and I didn't even know what I was doing. I just remember having to do that. Hold on, I gotta switch on my hands. My hands hurt. Hold on, guys. You know what I'm saying? So, hold on. I'm passing some people. I don't want people knowing my business like that. I'm sorry. Yes. What happened? Yes, I am. Why? Okay. Oh, no, I don't do none of that, honey. I'm positive. No, I don't do none of that, honey. No. Damn. Unfucking believable, man. This kid coming up to me asking if I want weed and pills and shit. I'm like, no, I'm good. Unbelievable, man. Oh my God, what do I have, a fucking sign on my back says I do drugs? I don't even look like I freaking do drugs anymore, you know what I'm saying? So that was, sorry guys, it's really cold out here, and I'm pushing the stroller, and my hands are going numb, but I wanted to do this, you know? So, basically, my mother basically pushed me, check on the baby. He's good. Basically, my mother pushed me on, let me take this off, pushed me onto him, You know, wanted me to rub his feet, rub his back, you know what I'm saying, sit on his lap. He used to call me his little wife right in front of my mother. My mother didn't do nothing. I love my mother. She's a wonderful woman in a lot of ways, man. But she like basically pushed me onto him. And here it is, like I said, I'm not gonna lie, I was a promiscuous girl when I started hitting my teens because I was confused. All I knew about sex. Of course I did. I've been touched since I was 4 years old. I was very sexually stimulated young girl. I couldn't help it. You know, that's what happens when kids are abused. Like my sister, she became, excuse me guys, I'm sorry. She became inverted. Inverted means she turned inward and wasn't very expressive and very outgoing. Me, on the other hand, I was more outgoing than her and expressed myself verbally and wasn't afraid like that. So, you know, she didn't really do the same things I did. It didn't affect her the same way it affected me. Abuse affects everybody differently. So, you know, pushing a child that has been molested onto a grown man, your own daughter, is not a good idea. You don't do that, you know, because you making a 12, 13, 14-year-old girl that's promiscuous sit on a man's lap, you know, that's not good. That's a recipe for disaster. So basically, hold on guys. So basically what happened after that was like he started telling me he loved me. He started buying me whatever I wanted. He bought, my mother seen him doing all these things. He used to buy me. That's how I got hooked up on weed. He bought me weed. He was the first, he was the first one that bought me weed. He bought me weed. He bought me $1,000 Maltese. He bought me clothes. You know what I'm saying? He bought me all this stuff. Took me on vacations. Took me and my friend to Disney. You know, like he took my best friend at the time to Disney World in Florida. You know, and I remember one night I was in the hotel and he came up to me in my bed when my friend was sleeping right next to me and started touching me. He started fingering me right there. And I thought this man loved me. Yo, it was sick. It was sick. The whole situation was sick. I used to cry and be like, yo, this is so fucked up. I said, what about my mom? I said, don't you love my mom? He's like, I'm in love with you. And he moved out the house and everything with me. I was only 15 years old. 15 years old, and my own mother's boyfriend packed his shit up and went to fucking find a place to live with me, 15 years old. That's fucking crazy, man. And then when my father, everyone in the neighborhood knew he was doing shit to me. But nobody said shit. And my mother knew and she didn't say shit. So what happened is that when my father found out what he did, my father stepped up to the plate again. I have to say, at least my father stepped up to the plate as far as coming to my rescue with these kinds of situations. Because, you know, I'm sure that, like I said the other day, I said if other family members knew what was happening, I'm sure that they would have done something. But nobody knew because it was all being hushed up. Everybody just hushed everything up. And it's crazy because things like that shouldn't be hushed up. You know? It shouldn't be hushed up. If a kid's being abused, it shouldn't be hushed up. You know, this shit gets me really emotional. It's why I lose my breath. I stumble with words because I just get so hurt to go back into these memories. And the thing is, I experienced so much shit, and I want to help other people. You know what I'm saying? I really, really do. That's what I want to do in my life. I want to help others. I want to help other people that have been through the same experiences that I've been through. I just seen a girl on a train. And the girl on the train came out because a lot of people beg for money on the train. So she came out and she was like, I'm pregnant on the street, and I just said to her after she was done with her speech, I said, Miss, I said, I was you. I said, what you doing right now, I was you. I said, my son is 12 years old. I said, if God can help me, he can help you. I said, I'm going to give you $5 right now. I said, but I want you to please keep praying and keep asking God to help you, because he will if you have faith. Because if he could take me off the streets, I was 15 years about deep in the streets, hustling and doing what I had to do for my habit. I said, he can help you too. I said, you believe in Jesus? And she said, yes. I said, well, keep your faith, please, honey. Please keep your faith. You gotta keep the faith, You gotta keep the faith. This is not an easy situation. This is not an easy thing to talk about, because you know what? It's not like really something you hear about all the time, especially when it comes to your own family. People probably like, no way, I can't believe, that happened. It did happen. And as a matter of fact, he's a convicted rapist. And as a matter of fact, my dad tried to put him in jail. And as a matter of fact, he only did 5 years probation. And as a matter of fact, he's on Megan's list. So the person my mother, I have to live with that the rest of my life. The person my mother lays down at night with raped me for years. I gotta continue this, guys. I love you.